remember what it felt like, locked inside that life. The weight of every morning like a rusty grinding knife. The habits and the darkness and the places that I go. The man I was becoming that I prayed nobody know. I remember the exact night that the chains fell to the floor. How I stood there in the wreckage, breathless, free and more. How the light came pouring in through every crack and every seam. Lord, I never want to go back to what I used to be. But the chains know where I live, they know my name and address well. They remember every weakness and the stories they could tell. And sometimes late at night I hear them rattling at my door. Lord, let me not go back into my chains again. Not back to the darkness, not back to the sin. I know what that prison looks like, I've seen it from inside. Lord, let me not go back. Lord, let me not go back. I have tasted freedom, I have breathed the open air. I have felt your presence like a hand beyond compare. And I'd rather die out here in the light than living there. Lord, let me not go back into my chains again. Israel stood on the shore of the Red Sea, safe and sound. Watched the water swallow Pharaoh's army, watched them drown. Sang a song of triumphs on the morning of their birth. Then 3 days later murmured for the life they'd left on earth. Said they missed the leeks and onions of the land of their abuse. Said the wilderness was harder than the chains they used to choose. And I read that story shaking, Lord, because I know that pull, the strange nostalgic gravity of everything that held me full. The enemy don't need to drag me, just remind me. Just open up the catalog of everything behind me. Make the chains look comfortable and freedom look too hard. And Paul said it plain in Galatians, don't go back. Stand fast in the liberty, don't fold, don't crack. Be not entangled again. Those words were wrote in blood by a man who knew what bondage was before he knew the flood. And Peter wrote about the dog returning to its vomit, the soul returning to the mud. I hate that image, but I own it, because the pull of the familiar is a powerful undertow. And I felt it in my ankles trying to drag me down below. Lord, I know exactly where the entrance is. I know the street, the door, the smell, the feeling of that prison. I know the lies it tells me when I'm tired and worn and thin. Just this once, come rest a while. It won't be like it was then, but it will. It always will. One link at a time, one compromise, one silence, one return look, and the chains are back. So I'm building walls before the battle, I'm running before the trap is sprung. I'm calling out the enemy by daylight. Lord, nail these chains shut, every single one. Lord, let me not go back into my chains again. Not back to the darkness, not back to the sin. I know what that prison looks like, I've seen it from inside. Lord, let me not go back. Lord, let me not go back. I have tasted freedom, I have breathed the open air. I have walked with you in places I once thought beyond repair. And every step toward those chains, Lord, turn me back in prayer. Lord, let me not go back into my chains. Lord, let me not. Lord, let me not. Not back, never back again. The chains know where I live, they know my name, but so does Jesus, and His name is greater. His name is greater. Not back, not back, never back again.